What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to another video. Now, you may have noticed recently I did videos about 10 players you must have in your fantasy Premier League teams. They're must-haves. You know, they're players that people obviously, or hopefully, are going to pick, you know, in their numbers. What about those risks though? What about those players under the 10% that you can go for? Well, today I'm going to be doing a few videos, a mini-series, you could say, before FPL starts. And that is going to be players to take a risk on, called basically worth a risk. And today we're doing the top 5 strikers under the 10% average at the moment you should currently take a risk on. Let's get right into things. Number 1 is Crystal Palace's Connor Wickham. That in itself is a strange thing to say, but Connor Wickham, yeah, is my first player that you should take a risk on, or possibly looking to taking a risk on. Why? Well, everyone needs that cheap striker. I've never seen a team have 3 full-blown attackers like 9 million plus, because that costs a lot of money. That means elsewhere you're going to be left, you know, without players. You get one injury there, you've lost a big player with injury. And Connor Wickham comes in at £6 million. So what does that mean? It means your budget striker gone, and yes, it's worth noting he didn't have the best season last season, playing 21 games, scoring 5 goals and grabbing just 3 assists. This season promises to be bigger and better. He did have the season playing much better than he did at the start, and for me that's a sign. If you're going to start playing well at the end of the season, you hopefully carry it on to the start of the season. So for £6 million, Connor Wickham may be worth looking into. Number 2 is Kelechi Iheanacho. Now this man was in form. Now although he played 26 games, 8 goals and just 1 assist, all in the league by the way, 24 of those appearances were from substitutions, so he came on, he wasn't starting, he only started twice, and for me, you're looking into him because not only is he, you know, 7 million, he's quite cheap, you know, can work on your budget options up front, he also could start a few games if Guerrero gets injured, and he can act as a second striker. As well as that, he is a finishing god. We've seen him get in positions in his finish chances with ease, and for me, he's only going to improve. He could force his way into the first team now, but the thing is about this, even when he comes off the bench, he is lively. So for £7 million, again, maybe worth taking a look at. Number 3 is Daniel Sturridge. Oh, Daniel. Where do we start with you? Well, first of all, I feel like, you know, you were pretty shit at the Euros. Second of all, he's got a good reason to be in this risk, because I was surprised that little people selected him, and I realised he was £10 million. Yes, £10 million. You heard me correctly. But why is he such a go-to player? Why should you select him? Well, last season he played just 14 games, scoring 8 goals and 1 assist. 8 of those appearances were from substitution, so he came off the bench, so he started only 6 times, and that is good form, and he usually has good form in the Premier League. It's if he can keep fit. The big question is if he can keep fit. Can he? We will not know. But for £10 million, Sturridge could be one of those strikers to score loads. He could also be a flop, but for me, it is a risk well worth taking. Number 4 is Wayne Rooney. Now again, you're going to be looking at me like Sturridge, I'm thinking, is this guy bonkers? £9 million for Wayne Rooney. Deep line playmaker, Wayne Rooney. Probably, you know, sitting behind the centre-backs, Wayne Rooney. Well, Jose Mourinho came out when in his first press conference and said, Rooney is not midfielder, we're going to be playing Rooney up front. Which for FPL fans is good to see, considering he's going to be classed as a forward, even though Martial was moved back into midfield. And for me, Rooney will play for the forward, whether he plays behind the striker or as the striker, we don't know yet. However, he's going to play next to Ibrahimovic, that'll be good to see. But he's going to play for the forward, so he's going to get more goal scoring opportunities. He's a penalty taker, he's going to be on free kicks, he's also going to probably be on a few corners as well, as Daily Blind might get taken off, might also be sold. And it's worth noting one thing. Jose Mourinho, you know, is a man that can do a job. As much as I don't think he will, he can do a job. And if his job is to get Rooney to score goals, he'll most certainly give it his best shot. And for £9 million, Rooney could go and whack him with his best seasons yet. So maybe worth, you know, keeping an eye on him, see how he performs in the first few games of the season, or to take a risk on him straight away. And lastly is England's new number 9, because Sam Allardyce is hired, Mr. Big Andy Carroll. Now, yes, Big Andy is going to be in England's team. He's going to be our goalkeeper, right back, left back, centre back, central midfielder, wide midfielders, and also our strikers, because Big Sam does like a target man. But joking aside, I feel like this is the best choice. And when I talk about risks, I'm not talking about, you know, risks where people can go, "Oh, take these risks," and they're playing it safe in their team. Andy Carroll's in my team. I'm tempted to go for Iheanacho in my team. I'm tempted to go to Wickham in my team. I'm tempted to also go for Sturridge ahead of Aguero, which is a big call to make, I know. But the good thing is that, you know, Sturridge won't need a rest, and Aguero will. But onto Andy Carroll, though. If he keeps fit, he's one to watch. I've mentioned it in a video before. Andy Carroll, for me, when he's fit and well and 100%, one of the best attacking headers of the ball in the world. There are few and far between that can rank above him. He is a menace. He'll peel off defenders, go to fullbacks, and when he gets his head on it, 9 times out of 10, it's going in the back of the net. £6.5 million, and you've got the likes of Faguli, Lanzini, Antonio, Payet, Torre, all fighting for places and all fighting for ways to get the ball in, as well as Aaron Cresswell, it might be known. For me, I'm looking at it, Andy Carroll is definitely one to have in your team. And there we are, those are my 5 strikers I feel like you should take a risk on. Like I say, I'm not doing this series just to tell you, I'm also taking at least one risk in every single one of these. That doesn't mean in midfielders I'm going to say take a risk on De Bruyne, which is what everyone is going for. They have to be under the 10% at the time of recording the video, and also I'll be taking a risk on at least one of them, like I have for Andy Carroll. For me, he's a definite starter. Thank you guys for watching, hopefully you have enjoyed. Let me know who you might be taking a risk on up front in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.